We are back with more lo-fi beats. With Wani hug that gator. I Wani hug that gator. So I gotta get that right. From outer space. Anyway, we're gonna play more of this. Say hi to everyone, Nico. Nico's here as usual. Nico, make sure you cover your eyes if anything adult happens. We still got to get him fixed up. Anyway, we're going to play more of this. Question though, are you guys enjoying this game? Because I tell you who's not enjoying this game is YouTube. 2 views. 2 views. The last stream got when I uploaded it. Now, granted, there was actually a copyright claim put on it. So I don't know if that is affecting it. So apparently that intense rock theme when the other dinosaur girl got all up in our boy's face in that one scene in the cafeteria, apparently that gets claimed. So hopefully that will not show up again tonight. And anyway, I don't know. I guess we'll continue this for now. You're enjoying it. I honestly, I'm like weirdly invested in this now also. But 2 views on the YouTube channel, that ain't gonna fly. Also, I mentioned before there's been like reality distortions happening that I am keeping my eye on since we defeated Gygus. There's been some residual effects going on. Hopefully nothing will change because of that. But we'll see. Anyway, still yapping. If you're watching this on YouTube though, make sure to subscribe. Every 50 subs to the YouTube channel gets a playthrough of a game. 550 subs will do Klonoa Beach Volleyball and the second attempt at Buster Bust Loose. 600 subs is Super Metroid. 600 subs by March 28th is the webcam stream where I wear the costume. We'll figure out the logistics of that when and if that happens. And I'm still trying to figure out some kind of reward if we get 1,000 before the year ends, but we'll see. Suggestions are welcome. Also, join the Discord server. Link is in the description. And please give me a follow over on Twitch as well. Alright. When we last left off, it was a new school day. And art is happening. Art. Mr. Diadukin had just started talking about the first project for the class. As soon as he said the word, Olivia's hand had shot up. Oh my god, she's actually happy. Holy shit. Cursed. My god. Her gray eyes sparkled in excitement, and a smile threatened to crush the perpetual frown etched into her snout. The girl vibrates in her seat as she waves her arm in the air, trying to get the teacher's attention. Iadokin's own smile was restrained as Olivia engaged in a staring contest with one another. I can only marvel as the two argue with each other without a single word. Eventually, Iadokin won by turning off the lights and turning on the cheap projector hanging from the ceiling. I played a safety video about paint that felt too graphic for a school setting. Oh god. I don't think I'll be able to eat barbecue for a while. Boy, if you think that's bad, wait till driving class when they show you the accident videos. Ugh. Thoroughly defeated, Olivia crossed her arms and pouts in her seat. Tsundere! And that is why we won't be using any of the more exotic materials for any projects, Miss Halford. Ugh. Maybe I should just skip breakfast entirely.
Still don't see a problem.
Once you've had all the proper safety handling course in the second semester, you'll be allowed to use oil-based paints. Until that time, however, all the assignments will require safer supplies. Safety scissors for everyone. Now, since we've pivoted to this, might as well finish the full video. God. Wow, she snuck in booze. Holy shit. The grumpy Gator. The grumpy Gator holds her hand to her throat, mumbling to herself as she grabs a metal flask and drinks from it. I will admit, all this reading is very, very exhausting for me, especially after a long day at work. So, I don't know. We'll see how things go tonight. I would like to finish this, but we'll just have to wait and see. The entire display from her was mystifying, at odds with how Ben and Liz described Olivia. In fact, it kind of reminded me of me. We have so much in common. I can understand why, after all, Iodakin is letting Ben and I use some of his equipment in photography. That thrill of experimentation, of new possibilities. No doubt that brings a creative sparkle to her eyes. Eyes that fill with pure malice as they glare daggers my way. Oh, was I staring? Whoops. Before I can offer an apology, she already had her hand on the wheels. Rolls up to Iodakin's desk. He leans forward intently. I can't make out anything that's said, though, through the video, but going by the occasional glare back, it's not hard to imagine. Crap, I really didn't mean to offend. Iodakin notices I'm watching the motions for me to come forward. Slowly, I shift out of my seat and approach the desk. Alright, there's something going on here. Iodakin speaks in a hushed tone, though loud enough for me to hear over the makeshift matinee. Olivia's telling me you're making goofy faces at her. Impossible.
No. I say he's been staring at me all through class.
Huh? It's weird,
It's weird, like he's never seen someone like me before.
I mean, yeah, you're a Gator.
Can you move him to a different seat?
Her body language is awesome, by the way. Just she is such a mood. It's hilarious. Now hold on a sec there, Olivia. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm sure this is just a misunderstanding. Especially this. Like, you see this right here? I relate to this more than anything in this game. This just... That is so me. Like, on a daily basis. Dealing with life. See you, Iodakin, and... Like, she's a different person here. Go easy, Olivia. Jeez. You've had enough. I tell you when I had enough. She finishes out the canteen of water and brings it to her mouth. Yeah, water. Spicy water, let's call it. You're given a lot of leeway when it comes to a scene assignment, but asking for something like this.
Just want him to leave me alone.
She sips again. What's this about? Well then, Inko, you tell us. What's on your mind? Can you have disagreements between classmates this early in the year? I'm confused. I don't know. I don't know there was any disagreement between us. Well, sometimes it's the little things that. Well, sometimes it's the little things you do that you don't even think about that affect people the most. Anything like that come to mind? I shake my head. Olivia glare don't diminish away from my field of view. I mean, I've been a bit curious about her since we sit next to each other. I'm friends with some of her friends. We all sat together at lunch yesterday. Iodakin nods to himself thoroughly. Sounds like he just wants to hang out, Olivia. Her face scrunches at the mere thought.
Not interested. He's distracting me from classwork. I want to watch the video without being gawked at.
Sorry, I didn't mean it. Does that resolve the issue for you, Olivia?
No, I don't want some buddy in this class.
cheap viewers. You get the fuck out of here, sir. Anyway. They only show up when I don't have a lot of viewers. Dicks. Assholes. Alright. She goes to take another sip, but ends up turning the canteen upside down. All out. Yeah. Olivia, you can go fill it up if you want. You won't be missing anything. The video's nothing you don't already know, I'm sure. Olivia eyes me suspiciously and slowly moves out the door to the nearest water fountain. Iadok sighs. All right. He leans back in his chair with his arms resting behind his head. Inko, I told you yesterday if the air needs clearing to do it yourself. Now she's in her mood because you were staring at her like a weirdo. And here I thought you two would get along. She even gave you that sketch you made of her. She made of you. Truthfully, I'm impressed, but here we are. What's going on, big guy? Again, sorry. Been a pretty busy few days. Hmm? Yeah, I've gotten into a cool friends group. We're all gonna sit together at lunch. Olivia's there too. She didn't say much, but I got her a soda. I don't know why she's so upset at me. It's called tsundere, man. Look it up. It's nothing personal, Inko. It's not? She's reticent, especially reticent, especially when it comes to change. If you're at lunch period too, I can see why she'd be wary of you. Hmm? If you don't mind me asking, Mr. Iadakin. Yes? Why is she so open with you? How do you mean? Just now, she spoke more in that conversation than all the other times I've seen her yesterday. Saw the canteen, I figured it was something to do with her voice, but it's surprising. Her water bottle is the other way around. It's unfortunate, but she's really rarely talks at all. I guess she just really trusts me. I've known her since she was a freshman. She seemed to gravitate toward art and how I taught it, and soon enough took her under my wing. You get it? Because okay, never mind. But she lives with Damien, right? He's at the lunch table, and she barely talks to him. Poor kid. Hope he's doing alright. He seems to be alright. Does Damien have a tragic backstory that is going to be emotional and sad? But yeah, she's distant to everyone else. So much so I keep hearing weird things about her. Iadakin leans forward in his chair, suddenly attentive. Is this about you gossiping with Ben yesterday? A bit. He showed up to the table and said something about her being the same after she left. Of course. Daniel was raised under an assassin group and oh. Well, at least his dad is rich. Probably some drama there, but I don't want to pry. He nods. But also Liz told me some weird things too. He stops nodding. I know of her. Something wrong? No. She just said I shouldn't invest in her being her friend. Everyone being real weird about it, so I was just curious for myself. Guess that's why I was looking at her weird, sorry. Iadakin rubs his temples. Hey, it's worse than I thought. What is? I'll put it this way. You've met 3 people that know Olivia other than me. One of the three... Of the three, the only one thinking highly of her, and the other two start unloading drama on anyone willing to listen. In that case, you. No wonder you're confused. I hadn't thought of it like that. I don't blame you. You shouldn't be involved in anything stupid. High schoolers, you know? Am I right? I guess. Iodakin inhales, collecting his thoughts. Important question, then. Do you really want to be Olivia's friend? Huh? I mean, I guess. A judging eyebrow is raised my way. Are you really, or just curious about her? He's pretty serious about this. What are you getting at, Professor? Yes, then. Olivia returns to class and rolls right back up to the desk.
Back. Have you changed his desk yet?
Iodakin nudges his head towards me, expectantly prodding me on. Sorry I distracted you during class, Olivia. She looks at Iodakin to get a similar nod.
Sure. I mean, you're welcome. I mean, thanks. Shit. But, no, really, I don't want to be distracted.
Mind now, Olivia. The least you could do is give him another chance. You never know.
I don't really want to know. I get he's like friends with Damien, but I really don't want to, you know, not in class.
But I'd like to be your friend. She stops and raises an eyebrow. Lots of those going around recently. Like she was expecting this response. She looks at Iodakin for help. Actually, Olivia, I also think he'd make a good friend for you. our wingman, so to speak.
What?
His words were like a battering ram. I'm simply saying give Inko here a chance. I can almost see the imaginary bulwark she had behind slowly crumbling from what Iodakin was saying. You're both quite similar at heart, though you may have different methods. Perhaps you'll find some compromise behind cynicism and naivete if you work together. Finally, the last fragments of her imaginary fortress collapse. Olivia can only look at the art teacher with a timid confusion painted across her features.
Well, I don't... Are you for real, Mr. Iodakin?
I am. He's actually in another class of mine. I've seen him. He's passionate about his camera like you are with the brush. And I expect great things from him. The face of greatness right here. Look at him.
Okay. So, I really thought, Oh.
Oops, she accidentally bit her tongue. Her mouth is clamped shut. It is in my opinion. It's just my opinion. You can make your own choices, Olivia. She nods furiously. Oop, the movie's about to end. You two should get back to your seats. We good here? Olivia side-eyes me again and nods once more. All right. He motions for us to skedaddle. That's a great word. Skedaddle needs to be used more, I think, in our lexicon. Olivia backs away to her spot. Thanks, Mr. Iodakin. What? Just gave my opinion. I'm serious. It's up to you two. Up to the two of you if you want to be friends. Don't screw it up. He waves me off and gets to flip off on the lights. I go back to my seat and stare absent-mindedly at the projected screen as I digest Iodakin's words. He said he only gave his opinion, but it seems like he also gave me an opportunity to take the right steps in connecting with Olivia. And with that, And with what he said about her being passionate with a brush, it's got me even more curious about her artistic prowess. Speaking of whom, I notice she occasionally gives me a side eye. I don't think she can see my eyes due to the dim lighting combined with my shades, or the fact that I don't actually have eyes. She stares at me with a sense of strange curiosity, almost as if she's trying to get a read from me from my face alone. But from what I can tell by her facial clues, she seems confused and almost shaken up. It's like she wants to say something, but keeps backing away at the last second. Guess her mind is also jostling around from Iodakan's words. My eyes. Our teacher flicks on the light switch. I feel my retina burn. Yeah, me too. Holy shit. The bright lamplights, even with my sunglasses. Alright, normally in your first week, we'd be doing something simple, like a color swatch wheel. However, I think you all can manage something a bit more advanced. Gator's girl head whipped around at the word advanced. Whatever Olivia was thinking before regarding me seems to have been forgotten, as she focuses almost entirely on the teacher. Mr. Iodakan holds up a sack of papers for us to see. First things first, I'd like you all to fill out these topic sheets so that I know you understand how to safely handle oil-based paints. Last thing we need is another burnt-down classroom. We don't talk about the incident. The way Iodakan says those words makes me imagine some pretty horrible outcomes. Once you finish your sheets, bring them to me so I can review them. I'll be giving you permission sheets after I know you won't set yourselves on fire or poison yourselves. The Allosaurus guy in the front of me hands back a sack and I take a page from it before handing the rest to the Diplo girl behind me. My eyes scan over the sheet. What grade of mass do snouts longer than 3 inches require? And a realization hits me. I didn't see the first half of the video. My eyes scan over the page and I groan while I see questions I have no answers for. All of them pertaining to dinosaur anatomy. Yeah, a little bit of a problem there. The art teacher looks directly at me and then to the side. I try to decipher this meaning, follow his eyes. Oh. Turn to my seat and lean closer to Olivia. Hey,
What? What now? What? What is it?
I'm not gonna let you draw me. Too late. We did that last stream. What the hell? Looking at her paper, I see she's already answered the questions I couldn't. I show her my own page, tapping on a section that was still blank. I love this. I love this so much. Olivia groans and looks at Iodakan pleadingly. All she gets for her troubles was a thumbs up.
Fine. Fine. Here.
She holds out a sheet for me. Wait, isn't this cheating? The art teacher wouldn't. When did he get to his desk? Why does he have a sleeping mask? If I look over the answers, I still learn the safety procedures. So what's the difference in the end? That must be what he's thinking. It's okay if you cheat as long as you actually learn something. Either that or he doesn't care. Yeah, there's also that too. I copy the words from Olivia's sheet, doing my best to at least rephrase them. Some of my classmates are already walking up to Iodakan's desk. He's barely reading the pages, not even taking the sleeping mask off. Thanks, Olivia.
Whatever.
Olivia finishes her page in a few seconds. The wheels herself to the desk too. The last answer I'm fairly confident on. Like what flashpoint means. I get up and go to Iodakan's desk and set my safety assignment down. Good, good. Here's your permission slip to use hazardous paints. He didn't even bother to look at my worksheet. He lifts the eye mask from his face and looks at me with one eye. What? Most of this stuff doesn't apply to you, Inko. Just don't drink the paint or get it in your eye and you'll be okay. And don't set it on fire. Yes, Mr. Iedakin. Attaboy, now go back to your desk and wait for the class to end. Tomorrow I'll be starting you on something simple. Like painting a cube or a ball. Yeah, model dodgeball painting. The eye mask drops down and I return to my seat. The class clock reads 5 minutes until lunch. Olivia's back to leering at me. I consider what I should do or say, some sort of icebreaker. Mr. Iedakin said that we're similar, and I can see some of what he means. I'm a photographer, and she's a painter. So a cubist and a Dadaist walk into a bar. Good job, guy. Bing bong. Have a good lunch now. When the bell ring, Olivia shoves most of her things into her backpack, not caring if her notebook gets crushed. Once she zips up, she races out of the classroom. Guess she doesn't want to get caught in the chaos of the lunchroom stampede. It's gonna be chaos in the lunchroom again. I managed to avoid getting stuck in a frenzy by shuffling along the wall along the way to the lunchroom. Around the lunchroom, right? Hug the wall, as they used to say when we played MMOs. It's a bit longer, but at least there's less risk of getting used as an improvised meat club. Hey, why don't I just go through the courtyard? It's right next to the table. Damn it. Next time. Hey, is there a palm tree or something by the table now? I've never seen one with a trunk that green. I get around the last of the crowd and approach the table. Oh. Damien's there, chowing down on a sandwich stacked with various meats. And like yesterday, Olivia's at the table. Hey, Damien, you seen Liz? I thought she was joining us for lunch. Hug the wall, but leave the glory holes alone. I don't want to know what those are like in this school, okay? Without a word, Damien points to the palm tree next to us. I know it. There she is. Oh, crap. That's no tree. I look up to see Liz's head in the rafters, prodding at the vines in the ceiling. The ceiling was a lot lower in the computer lab, so I couldn't tell easily, but the neck is long. Anyways. Hey, Liz. Hey, Inko. Couldn't see you from up here till I heard you. Guess I'll just go ahead and get my food from the vending machine again. Making my way over to the vending machine, I do the same song and dance I did last time. Card swipe and a few button presses later earn me a couple of cans of soda, 2 bags of chips, and a few candy bars. It's like when the teacher asked if you brought enough candy for everyone, only now it's true. I head back to our table, the bundle of foodstuff in my makeshift pouch, and distribute them. Olivia gets her share, but she doesn't say anything. Ah, sweet! Why, thank you, Inko. Damien, if you would be so kind. Already on it. Damien cracks open a can of soda just as Liz lowers her head next to him. She's wearing a novelty soda cap. What the fuck? She's ready for football season, apparently. He then swaps 2 of the canned soda with a new one. He then swaps the old can with a new one, like she's swapping wheels from a Formula 1 racer. Thank you. No problemo. Liz's head cranes back up to the top of the ceiling to continue eating the foliage. So, Nika, how's your day been so far? Been pretty decent, I'd say. I'm mostly looking forward to photography, since Ben will show me some good photo spots. Cool, cool. Damien just nods as he continues to munch his sandwich. I think he's zoned out about halfway through my sentence. Yeah, that seems about right. Oh, and also Liz helped me submit my contest entry. Awesome. Can always rely on Liz to help you out. Flattery will get you nowhere, Damien. Just saying the honest truth. Liz entered the contest too, right? Everyone must be trying to win cash prize. The money's okay. Liz comes down again with a mouthful of leaves. Her hands up. Her hands hold up the tray with each segment filled with a different sauce. But the real prize is having your submission featured in the sponsor's magazine cover and a featured article. How is she still articulate? Oh, sorry. My joke was ruined. Oh, fuck it. I'm doing it anyway. Do you have any idea how great that looks on your resume? Heck, I could probably get a scholarship with that alone. Well, you really got all this planned out. What'd you submit? She takes a moment to swallow her salad and then shares a huge grin. I submitted my best digital art piece. Oh, what is it? Here. The tray is set aside so she can bring out her phone and show Damien and me her entry. Looks to be a village townhouse piece, very rustic and classy. It looks pretty good. Yo, that's so cool. I learned it by watching Bob Ross. It's so realistic. Look at all the happy little trees. Thanks. Took me about a week to really blend some of the more fanciful elements into each other. I based it off my grandfather's home from the old country. It's amazing. You can't tell it. Hey, Freakbot. We're not having pizza. We're dining. Well, she's dining on the foliage that's hanging from the rafters. The succulent leaves. You can't even tell this whole thing's a digital art at all. Damien grabs a hold of Liz's phone and turns it towards Olivia. Hey, Olivia. She jumps up, having been suddenly made relevant to the conversation she was just spectating. What? I'm not giving these chips back. They're mine. I was going to show you Liz's entry. Olivia narrows her eyes and leans over to see the image on Liz's phone. She then looks up to give Damien a quick nod before returning to eating her chips. Damien's smile falters a little and at her minimal response, though he looks back to he's back to his usual grin as Liz takes back her phone. Well, Liz, I didn't know you were into digital painting. Looks great. You plan on being an artist after graduating? Thanks. Well, no, I don't plan on being an artist per se. The plan is to be an antiques dealer, specifically with art. So, what's that mean? It means she buys the splattered canvases everyone else just uses for money laundering. No, I'll be the real deal stuff. There's a real market out there for it. So I'm taking AP business class and use the school's prestigious art program. That's actually why I picked this place out. There's a real elite selection of graduates from here. Oh, and you're the school treasurer too, right? Sure am. I'm doing everything to make sure I'm ready for the real deal. I do love painting, though. It's not just an ends to a means. Maybe that's why I want to get into trading. I can get the right people to the right art they need. That's very thoughtful, huh? I should start thinking of my future more. Wonder what Olivia thinks about this. If it even interests her. Damien just exaggeratingly nods his head up and down, and I don't know if he's agreeing with Liz or headbanging to some tune playing in his head. That sounds about right. I look to the side to see Olivia staring down at her chips bag, looking pensive. Pensive? Pensive. Because I'm not the only one a bit worried about her long-term plans after school compared to Liz. But we got the whole year still. What about you, Damien? Don't really have a big goal set. The only reason I'm here is because of the closest school to our home. I plan to get through life on my good looks and charm alone. Damien, you know I keep telling you about planning ahead. I know, but I like keeping my options open. So what are you doing in school? I just picked out classes that seem interesting to me. So I gotta say, home economics class is pretty fun. I get to make food in class and eat it too. I'm learning skills in class like that. You'd be a perfect husband. Uh-oh. She's thirsting so hard, man. Yeah. I think he's too dumb to realize she can just move right in at any time. Wait, what? What? Okay, never mind. Maybe he is. Anyway. But to get back to my point, that art contest. If I win and get the interview, it's an insane advantage. I'll say. By the way, Olivia, did you submit something for the art contest? Oh. She looks away slightly defeated. No. Really? Oh crap, I might have a chance then. Hey Liz, that sounds a certain way. Sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I see me in a box. It kind of sounded like that's how you became a chef. Ah, yes. There's a lot of people very passionate about cooking. I would love to dive into that a bit more one of these days. There's a lot of places around me that do cooking classes. I wouldn't mind taking one. I just don't have the time. Olivia rolls her eyes and merely goes back to munching on her chips. Mrs. Yadokin said you were really into painting. And I really like the portrait you made of me. Well, she what? Her suspicious leer is now replaced by a murderous glare. Yep, lunch is perfect time to eat my feet. What? I haven't actually seen any of her real work, only something she'd done out of boredom. Olivia's eyes close as she inhales deeply in the air of neutrality returning to her once she reopens them. How's the hunt for your Dino Boo going? Very slow. Hi, Darkstar. I can really see why this takes like 12 hours to get to an ending. Because my god, the descriptions, the constant like narrations. It's like, calm down, Tolkien. It's just Gator game, jeez. She looks me up and down as though something will be different this time. Can't. What's that mean? Besides, even if I could, they're gonna be looking for the best artist there. So you gotta show that to them with how good your art is. You know, Fleming's work wasn't this dragging. We're in it though, at least for now. But I just don't want them to look at me and feel like they have to give me a reward out of pity. Damien's face froze. Oh, I see what's going on here. Damien's face is frozen mid-bite his sandwich, losing its meat integrity by the second as the eyes flick between Olivia and I. I can practically hear the blaring alarm in his head as the brain catches fire, trying to connect the dots. I don't want to be judged for my art. to be judged for my art and not. Olivia struggles to formulate the next few words and lets out a weary sigh. It would just feel undeserved. How? Yeah, how? Oh, jeez. Damien, shh. Has it ever happened before? Do people really do that? You weren't there for it. Some losers used to even tell me to take advantage of it. Why not? That was a bad move. Yes. Yes. That neck. I said that's what I said last stream when she first showed up. It's fucking weird. Oh my god. Hey, Ghosty. Wow, Ghosty raid. Jeez. Hey, man. Let me have Nico give you a shout out first of all. There you go. Thanks for the raid, man. So I can explain. This is a game where you where you try to date a Gator girl. That's the explanation. Anyway, that was a bad move. Dude, seriously. Why? So I constantly get reminded of myself? So I can't separate myself from my work? So I can get complacent being worse? So I can eventually... You also kind of rated on big drama moment. So just FYI... I need to see what this is about. It's about 12 hours long is what it is. This is a very long game. This was supposed to be a one-off for Valentine's Day, and now it's kind of turning into a whole thing. Because now we're invested, damn it. So I can get complacent being worse, so I can eventually rely on it. So the playing field can be even. That's a lot all at once. I'm not even sure I got all that, but definitely touched a nerve I shouldn't have. No, sorry. Olivia brushes her hair down. Look, I don't want to get awards and praises I haven't earned. Beverly Hills 90210 BCE. You know what? Yeah. No science nor God can stop the raptor Jesus. I'm seriously not that good. I really wouldn't win. She sighs and takes a long sip of cola. Can I see some of your work? No. Man, she really shouldn't put herself down like that. I get it. A lot of the students here are crazy good at art. Some are probably better now than I ever will be. And they're just staring. And they're just starting. It's pretty scary to think about. I mean, like that landscape of the city near the principal's office. Did she paint that? I think she painted that. Landscape? Hold on, I took a shot of it. It's a bit tough to get my camera out now with all the books I needed in class for a class in class in the way. I lay out the contents of my backpack, taking my treasured DSLR out last. After finding the shot in question, in the menus, I turned the display towards everyone so they can see the glamour shot. She painted that, didn't she? A freshman made that painting. Just from the look at it, I can see why it won first place. I knew it. I fucking knew it. I drew that. Oh. Her name is on it, isn't it? My brain finally makes the connection with the signature on the mural. That was you? Is that much of a shocker to you? Quite a bit, yeah. It looks amazing. I mean, it's whatever. I had some dumb guy to help me out, but so it isn't like I was the one who did it all. So when you say you can't enter, it's because you already won once? Yeah, basically. Well, it made me thinking about that line from the Langoliers. Oh, God. I haven't thought of that movie in a very long time. Man, that was fucking weird. She looks away from us eating her chips in silence. Heard the expression of being one's worst critic, but I never expect Olivia to kick herself this hard. Scaring the little girl! I'm mentally kicking myself thrice over for thinking that last part. What? Something wrong, Liz? Oh, that's him. What? Something wrong, Liz? She did bite her tongue. Did she bite her tongue or something? Why is she emitting one of those pitcher plant? Why is she imitating one of those pitcher plants right now? Liz? What's with the look, long neck? Just surprised to see you in better spirits is all. Making it weird. Don't make it weird. See, Liz decided to join the conversation. She got a little too into those leaves up there. Yeah, it's been ages, Olivia. She probably found a star leaf and wanted to chomp on it. To think Randy like Inky here. Oh, I keep forgetting. He keeps giving him weird nicknames. To think of Randy like Inky here got you to open up like that in just 2 days. He gestures to me. What'd you do, man? The girl in question freezes. Damien's thoughtless comments having thrust her into self-awareness. Oh gosh. And she just leaves. Olivia, wait. She's gone. Well, she did give a warning. Yeah. It was just exciting to see she was making good progress. The rest of the lunch we spent trying to talk about Liz's art process. Damien looked like he wanted to try to bring Olivia back to the conversation, but no one had any idea where she had gone. Still, a part of me thinks she wants to talk. So why doesn't she? Sadly, a question for another time, as Olivia's departure seemed to signal the end of lunch. Liz gets closer to Starleaf, and then she eats it. Nom nom nom. At least Liz and Damien wave goodbye. Leaving me to clean up all the trash from the table, of course. Including everything I had removed from my backpack. Darn it. Why do I always gotta clean up after everybody? Photography class comes and goes. Since we're partners, Iodakin gives Ben and I the green light to walk around the campus. Ben shows me around to see his prime photo spots and such becomes my impromptu tour guide. It's actually pretty neat to see parts of the school I haven't explored yet until now. Places like the music hall and recreational pool were most interesting to see. The pool is popular with the mosasaurs. Anyway, here's Ben, or as I've come to call him, Dinosaur Scott the Waz. Because look at him. Currently at the courtyard, Ben points out the views of the outer landscapes around the school. No wonder why Ben was so eager to show me. These views are impeccable. But while he's explaining the image he had in his head, my mind still wanders back to Olivia. Wonder what I did to make her express herself so much. Inko? Inko? Huh? I was asking if you'd be available sometime during the week to take photos. Oh, I'm free on Saturday. Excellent. We can meet up back here. Sounds good. As we head back to class, I begin to think there's something I can do in history class. Back in history class, Miss Procklin continues prattling on about, and after the final offensive that left the entire city of Triceratops destroyed, the Scythian hegemony was defeated, bringing an end to their crimes against both Dino and humankind. And with that, the Dino-Human War came to an end, and peace was finally declared after 10 years of strife. So there was a war. Of course, there was a matter of rebuilding and dousing all the fires still burning, as well as what to do with all the bodies. Mass graves. Yawn. I should probably care more about Prockling's lecture, since history has extremely strong cultural connections. But man, is it boring. I don't know, the part about the Dino-Human War seems like it would be exciting. Did they have lasers? Ahead of me, Olivia has returned to her default sullen, deflated gloom. She's not glaring back at me, so she's probably over whatever it was. Or she still doesn't know I'm here. Boy, will that be Boy, will that be entertaining to see. I assume I don't end up with a mechanical pencil jammed through a lens. The other students are similarly bored, only occasionally marking down something whenever it sounds like it'll be on a review sheet at the end of the week. Dino Riders wasn't badly more. It's the gritty reboot we all wanted. There is, of course, no more note passing today. Miss Prockling's effusion yesterday must still be on their minds. There won't be any more chances given, even though she doesn't seem threatening on her own. The consequences would be dire. Especially if she can call Sully over like her own personal enforcer. Don't want to get another dodgeball concussion. There's simply no getting around. This is just a period where we'll all have to sit through. There isn't even any solidarity to be had in our shared misery. It's simply the reality of a high school history class. The only saving grace is that she isn't stalking around the room looking for us to do something wrong. Oh, shoot. Instead of being lectured at, my hand mechanically copies down whatever she's writing on the board. While I should also be paying attention to what Miss Prockling is saying, I'm more than certain that we'll be reading the exact same things from her heavy textbook. So my eyes wander away from that and the board to scan over my peers, all equally as bored and feigning interest. Eventually there's a bit of movement ahead of me. What's she up to now? Olivia folds a sheet of notebook paper back and forth, creating a deep crease. She then licks her fingers and runs it along the crease and gently pulls. The paper rips along the seam silently. Oh, is she risking it? What's she even got to gain just as a note passing game? Maybe she feels bad because she got caught yesterday. Oh boy. Olivia passes the note to her left. The student next to her raises an eyebrow but surprisingly takes the note. And immediately passes it on without looking at it. One by one, my classmates passes the note along to the next. Nobody dares open the note and write something in. I surreptitiously keep track of the note in the corner of my eye as it makes its circuit around the room. Thankfully, Miss Prockling's eyes are focused on the board when I feel a tap on my shoulder. I reach for my ear as if it's to give me a scratch, to give it a scratch, and the folded page is pushed into my waiting fingers and against my ear. As I feel the edge grind my earlobe, I chew my lip to the hiss of pain contained. Probably unintentional, but the paper cut. Oh God! Paper cut on the ear. Oof. Thing's bad, especially such a fleshy part. My fingers toy with the bundle of paper now on my desk. No one else had bothered with it. I wouldn't exactly call it an empty canvas, but are we gonna have to draw something again? But there could be potential here. There's a crumpling noise behind my fingertips. There's a crumpling noise beneath my fingertips. Must have unfolded it while I was thinking. Looking at the side doodle on the sheet, it's a pretty simple rat drawing with a very realistic hand next to it giving a thumbs up. Ouch, yeah. There's plenty of space this time. Miss Prockling is preoccupied at the front. I doubt she'll even notice. The temptation is there, making my fingers itch and finally getting a real chance to do something fun in this sleep-inducing class. In fact, I had the perfect idea in mind for that'll catch Olivia's attention. It doesn't ruin everything, that is. She's not uncompassionate, but Miss Prockling has a lot less tolerance for horseplay in her class. We probably wouldn't get another chance. And going by Coach Sully's one chance policy and how these guys aren't even considering playing along, I bet it really wouldn't be pretty. Kind of make me concerned for Olivia. I could just hold the note onto the note and give it back to her back after class. Heck, Olivia would never even know. I didn't think she would know. I didn't even think she knows I'm in class. Draw the Gator girl on a half pipe. Hold on to the sheet till after class. What should we do? It's interesting. Last time it made me draw something. I don't know if that's gonna like come back to anything. But okay, now we have a choice. I'm guessing, yeah, we don't get a lot of these in this game, but it seems like the choices are gonna determine what kind of ending I get. The first one, all right. We're gonna draw her on a half pipe. What's life without a bit of risk? Wait for Miss Prockling to start a new tangent to make sure I have enough time. She just said something about a single continent movement. Time to move. It's gonna be basically a stick figure, but it's just a doodle. Only you can doodle a photograph. I'm not sure what I mean by that. You idiot. Also don't know how to draw a wheelchair. Yeah, apparently me neither. In the end, it looks more like an abstract depiction of a bow-legged T-Rex than what I intended. Oops. It'll have to do. I checked over the one last time as if I had to conceptualize it to improve it. Ah, well. Pass note forward, carefully not to notify the teacher. Olivia takes a note over her shoulder, once more not checking it. She seems to deflate a bit on opening the note. Probably because it's all probably because of all the blank space. Doesn't look like she recognizes whatever I did either. Maybe we should talk about it with her after class. I don't know, seems like an okay thing to do. She just passes the note again. What? Once more, the process of students taking the note and passing it along without looking at it. Although this time it's a bit more collectively annoyed. It probably won't go around again. Why the heck would Olivia send the note around again? Nobody's going to change their mind and draw something now. Is it in desperation? Thoughtlessness? Whatever it is, the note's coming my way again. Once I take it, I confirm that, yes, once again, nobody else wrote anything. However, there's a new doodle of a rat with a flamethrower from Olivia. I like Olivia's ideas. Cute. Exactly. Alright, guess this time I'll draw. By adding myself to the sketch on the half pipe. This time I'll just depict myself as a stick figure. No use in trying to go outside my skill level for a note passing game. And simple enough to do. Even include my sunglasses. Yeah, I'm liking this. Maybe I should also maybe I should also make sure Miss Prockling isn't looking my way. Yeah, she's not right now. I'm in luck. Alright, time to pass it on. Pass the note forward once more. Olivia pinches a note between her fingers, still not looking back. Still saying... I keep saying that, but I guess it's not weird. Why would you look back at that situation? Rat with a flamethrower sounds like something from Biker Mice from Mars. Definite 90s vibe from that for sure. She checks the note and looks a bit down again. She glances up at the corner I had drawn in. Jeez. Nearly fell off my seat from the sudden loud noise. Oh, is Coach here again? It's all the movement of unwavering silence before a voice speaks up. Miss Halford? The girl in question shrinks in her seat in embarrassment. Sorry, Miss Brockling. Oh, shit, what was that? I saw a spider. Miss Brockling simply sighs, muttering to herself and turning her attention back to writing more notes on the board. I thought the fucking the monkey coach came in and was going to attack us again. She turns her head back slowly, just enough for me to be able to make eye contact with me. While she eyes me with judging contempt and curiosity, I see her hand tenderly massaging the tip of her tail. Looking at the floor, I think she managed to chip the linoleum. As soon as Brockling turns around to continue teaching, Olivia scribbles something down. She turns to look at me once more, hesitating, then she flicks the note to my direction. It completely misses me. I try to catch it midair, but just end up slamming my face into the desk to get it. Ow. Mr. Nito, what was that noise? I palm the note into my sleeve and strain to keep my injured eye open. This guy's very accident prone. Teacher probably meant the foot stomping. I found that spider, Miss Brockling. Teacher grimaces. That better be cleaned up by the end of class, Mr. Nito. Yes, ma'am. I breathe a sigh of release as my excuse withers Miss Brockling's stare. She turns a few pages in a textbook lying on her desk, instructing the class to do the same as she searches for something. She's distracted. I can finally see what Olivia drew. There's now a surprisingly detailed dodgeball whizzing towards my stick figure's head. He's never gonna live that down. I want to be upset, but I find myself admiring her motion lines. Seriously, she should be an animator. I mull over what to add and settle on giving the large rat sunglasses as well. A few seconds later, he looks twice as cool as before. I look up to Olivia, pondering how to get it back to her when the sinister idea comes to mind. Her hood hangs open as it rests on her back. It's a tough shot, but... Bingo! Olivia scratches the back of her neck and finds the note. She looks back with squinted eyes, judging my intent on scanning me for foul play. She mouths something at me, a question I think, but I'm not the most apt at lip reading. Especially when said lips are thrice as long as a human's. Olivia, like, oh god. Could you imagine? I mean, she would definitely be a fan of Max, that's for sure. For obvious reasons. She unfolds a page. A second later, she's already added a new sketch to the fold and folded it up. The note lands neatly on my desk at the same time, and I inspect the latest edition. More rats doing decidedly non-rat activities. Wonder what she thinks of a cat this time. We continue passing the sheet back and forth, adding new sketches and adding to each other. My fingers are starting to tire when Miss Brockling addresses Olivia. Alright, Miss Halford, you may leave now. Everyone else, you may take the last 5 minutes to start your homework. Olivia takes her time to pack away her supplies, occasionally glancing my way. Gone is the paranoia. It's now become just plain confusion. As if I would play a doodle game thing with her. Even as she wheels out of the room, I notice her eye is still on me. I give her a wave goodbye. She seems shocked by that, turning her head and finally passing through the doorway. Right then, homework. Ah, crap. Now it occurs to me that there's pretty good reason the teacher doesn't want us slacking off during class. For the last 5 minutes, I try to speed read the second chapter in its entirety. Failing to get any good information to use for today's homework, I resolved just to check online for a lecture that is not boring. Maybe one with some good animation even. Yeah, I would love to see the animated interpretation of the human dino war. When the rest of us are finally excused, I realized that I've still got a page full of doodles. Considering all the stuff on it, I feel like it's a waste just to toss it away. I decided to keep it, slipping into one of my binder's extra plastic sleeves. Everything's safely packed away. I shoulder my backpack and exit the room. Man, now I get why Olivia gets to leave some classes early. The halls are so packed and chaotic. Once class ends, I always end up being pushed around by rowdy students headed toward their next classes. Once school ends, it's even worse. When I saw it yesterday, I was something else. The word riptide comes to mind. I ended up just waiting around for a few minutes for the flow to die down. American History BC. American Humans versus Dinosaurs. Hell yeah. It's looking like that's just what's going to be my routine now. Passed by a few more art displays on my way back to the stairs back down to the first floor. This isn't the art wing, but there's still a bunch of displays up here. Maybe there simply isn't enough space. Something pressing into my chest and lurches me to stop. Oh, hey, it's Olivia holding an arm out to stop me. She's still staring up at me, though less suspiciously. Her jaw opens up and no sound comes out. She realized her hand is still out, and and it retracts awkwardly, indecisively darting between her hoodie pocket and her armrest. She expecting something? She wants the note back, bro. Oh, the note maybe. Hey, I could have told me. Huh? You were in Miss Prockling's class too. You could have mentioned that. Sorry, I guess I was sort of aiming for a bit of dramatic reveal there. She brushes her hair aside. Well, whatever. Later, I guess. Why'd you stop me out here? She stops her chair in mid-turn with gray eyes contemplating the dirty floor. I don't really get you. Livy's eyes turn back to me, and now I can see the nervousness in her pupils. Why do you care? Why indeed? Well, I guess the main reason is I want to be friends. With me, though? Sure. Hey, what's up? Rapid Kirby, welcome. Those tiny moments in which I saw the Gator girl hyper-animated come to mind, I can't help but smile. Those small shows of just genuine feelings. I think Mr. Yadaka was right, honestly. Olivia hums in disagreement, finally turning away. Oh crap, maybe that was too forward of me. I swing my backpack around so I can reach inside it. I still have that note. Note? What, with the doodles from class right now? Why? Just figured you'd want it. It was fun filling it out and all. This is when I'm about to pull out my binder. The Gator girl looks back at me and shakes her head. It's just doodles. You can throw it out. Keep it. If it's so important. For the briefest second, I swore I saw a mouth form a tiny smile. But now she's back to looking neutrally at... Didn't notice the school had elevators. Why don't more people use it? She flashes a key from her pocket. It was part of her accommodations. Makes sense. By now, the hallway has cleared up a bit. The elevator arrives and Olivia rolls in. She moves her arm, pushes the button, and jams the key in some slot. What's to look for? You coming? Oh. I slide in beside Olivia just before the door closes. Guys, she's letting him use her special elevator. This is a done deal already. It's probably safe to catch your foot in and just reopen, but man, this thing is ancient. There's an inspection certificate lazily plastered above the door from the side. It's covered in coffee stains and other signs of age. I don't know, it doesn't look that bad. Is this thing really safe? Olivia shrugs. What's the worst that can happen? Our legs break? Turns out one of us is the devil? You never know. Who cares? She eyes me with a smirk. This may have been a mistake. Uh-oh. Are they gonna get stuck? My heart drops as the space around me seems to drop for a split second. The sound of the worn-out elevator mechanics fills the cramped space. How slow is this thing? I look over to Olivia. She uses this thing daily. Surely it normally runs smoother. Her mouth hangs slightly open in an amused grin, watching my sudden onset of claustrophobia. Relax, dude. This is normal. Alright, this is normal. This thing jostling around like that, going to drop us at any second. Completely normal. We then reach the bottom and oh man, I thought they were gonna get stuck. The doors clunk open and I practically fall out. Olivia casually rolls from behind. Somehow I sense it with a degree of superiority. You're weak. Anyway, see you later. Oh, yeah, see ya. Olivia rounds the corner and I'm left on my lonesome. My senses return to me and I start making my way to the metro station. As I make my journey home, it strikes me how much progress I made with Olivia. It's definitely still in the awkward phase, but I can see that it's opening up a little by little. And it's starting to become a muse seeing her get confused by friendly gestures. All in all, I got a pretty good feeling about this. Liz and Ben were overreacting, though. I'll be sure to tell them all about it. I think maybe this guy talks too much. And I don't mean the narrations, I mean just in general. Weekend of September has come and gone. I'm finally feeling accommodated to St. Hammond. Things have been going pretty smoothly lately, if I do say so myself. Over the past week or so, I've been getting more and more used to my new friends, learning new quirks of them daily over lunch and in our classes. Like Olivia's penchant for tail whips. Pertinence. As I sit in the metro school, my foot comes up to prod the tender spot on my shin. If Saitama wasn't talkative. This is an alternate universe, obviously. I also learned not to borrow Olivia's stuff without asking. She usually tries to keep to herself, even when we're partnered up, but I do my best to play nice. Not to say she's being rude or anything, just quiet. More and more, I kind of figured that part of her silence was just nerves. Accepting that silent facet, I think we found some small understanding between us. Enough that I think she's starting to see me as a friend now. Among other things, Damien and Liz have been giving me their numbers. Or rather, Damien gave both his and Liz numbers. At first I thought Liz would be mad at Damien that basically doxed her, but she didn't seem to mind when he explained his reasons. I also got Ben's number since he figured we'd be doing a lot more team projects in photography class. My eyes roll over the past messages from my new friends. I became so engrossed in rereading them that I nearly missed an announcement of my stop. I scrambled to get off the metro, closing the door. The closing door is just catching my jacket and forcing me to yank it out before I drag down the tracks. We're not gonna talk to the old guy today. Not gonna let that bring down my mood though. It's Friday, meaning after today comes the weekend. Quick walk from the station, I can see the school entering my field of view now. The school looks completely barren. Is it closed? Weird. I look around at some of the small stores that surround the school, the ones that are usually staffed by student workers. They're also empty. One of them has lights on, but it looks like the manager is looking over some paperwork inside. I don't recall any announcement about a holiday today, and while I admit I have forgotten what day it was in the past, I'm absolutely certain it was Friday. But where is everyone? Even the entryway to the school is barren. The door probably won't even open. Yep. Hello? I dance a bit in front of the camera watching the door. It does not respond. You know what? Damien would know what's going on. I flip through my contacts to find Damien's number. I pull the phone to my ear and pray that he picks up. After a minute or so of waiting, the dial tone cuts off and is replaced by Damien's voice. Damn, Damien has a nice house. Yo, what up, Nico? Hey, Damien. I'm at the school right now. It looks like no one's here. Know what that's about? Huh? What are you? There's a brief pause on the other end of the line. Oh! Didn't you hear? Hear what? Today is the last warm day of the season, so everyone's celebrating. Celebrating? Yeah, we actually have a cookout at my place today. We're actually having a cookout at my place today. Say, you want to come over? The generous but spontaneous offer comes to me to hesitate for a moment to respond. Thanks for the offer, Damien, but it's alright. Wouldn't want to intrude on your guys' party. What? No big deal at all, dude. My folks enjoy the company, and there's going to be plenty to eat, too. Plus, Olivia's here as well. I weigh my options. Either go to the party, or I just take the metro back home and sit in my room doing nothing. Inky, you still there, buddy? Yeah, still here. Just was clearing my schedule. Sure it wouldn't be an issue? Of course not, amigo. Friend of mine is a friend of the family. Well, alright then. Nice. I'll text you the address. See you soon, compadre. Once again, I like Damien. He's cool. With that, the call ends. Not a few seconds later, I get a text notification. Oh, jeez. Okay. D-Man is typing. Go a long way around the neighborhood. Doesn't chain this. Go the long way around the neighbor. The neighbor doesn't chain his dog. Okay. Copy and paste the address to my Google Maps. So Damien lives pretty close to the school. Yeah, he did say that, didn't he? Of course, it's a little longer taking Damien's instructions, but I'm not about to try outrunning the loose dog with my physique. Barely survived dodgeball. You're not going to outrun a dog. Well, better make my way there then. Yep. Oh yeah, now we got some jams going. This sounds like the Pillows. The J-Rock band that did the Fooly Cooley soundtrack. God, I hope this doesn't get claimed also. The house looks standard for a house in this neck of the woods, or neighborhood. Looks like the average home in the Florida suburbs. Like seriously, like all the palm trees and shit. One story place, but it looks pretty spacious. Definitely a family house. I walk up the stone step path to the front door and ring the doorbell. The grocery bag wrapped around my finger is starting to chafe a bit. Could have just come right away, but I felt bad coming empty-handed, so I brought over something for the party. Simple salad bowl from one of the local stores on the way over. Doesn't seem like much, but my mom taught me it's courteous to come to a party with something. Actually, I realized how ill-prepared I looked for an end-of-summer celebration. With Damien mentioning a pool, everyone else must be either wearing casual clothes or swimwear. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh no. Is what's gonna happen, I think, gonna happen? During about... Denver the last time. Yeah, I guess so, also. They were, that took place in California, right? So, yeah. I guess it could work either way. Meanwhile, here I am, overly formal. Not like I could have brought swim trunks to school. The door swings open and out steps Damien. Inko! Wow, man, you're crazy early. You've come bearing gifts. Yep, here I am. Didn't want to come empty-handed, so I stopped at the store to get a salad. Ah, you didn't have to, dude. Seriously though, you really didn't have to. My family and I are carnivores. Yeah, you know what? I was about to say. But thanks. Still, it's like not even 10, man. Oh, didn't give me a time, so hot dino summer. Nah, that's my bad. Still, since you're here already, come on in. Well, I don't feel silly. Well, don't I feel silly? Amy still accepts the grocery bag. I chucks it off to the side somewhere. Come on, everyone's out back right now. He turns back, making a slide for the door at the opposite end of the house. What kind of food are they going to prepare? Is it going to be like Flintstone-sized steaks? Like the ribs that tip over the car during the end of the thing? Following after, I barely have time to take in what I think is the living room and a dining room. This is a genuinely, like, really nice house. There's a number of toys strewn about, foam dart guns and loose game controllers. Damien opens the glass door and gives me a small push out of the house. Hey everyone, we got a guest already. Standing outside the wooden deck, I'm surprised to see the pool and yard. To the left of me looked like an older, heavier set version of Damien. Ah, Damien's dad. Well, howdy there. Hello, sir, I'm Inko. He shifts the barbecue tongs from his right hand to his left and so that he can shake my hand. Randy Payne. You can just call me Randy, though. I hide the grimace as we shake hands, feeling what I'm guessing a very sticky marinade now clinging to my palm. Didn't think someone would come this early. I just finished getting the good stuff all sauced up. As soon as he lets go, he focuses back on the piles of different meats heaped up on the grill. Meanwhile, I grab some nearby napkins to wipe the sauce off my hand. Ooh, what's on the menu? Let's see here. Got brisket, flanks, ribs, sirloin, tenderloin. Oh my god. Top sirloin, bottom sirloin, rounds, and shanks. Oh. All the things I can't eat now while I'm on my fucking diet. Which hopefully won't be much longer. That's a lot of cow. All marinated in my special mix of wet rub and dry rub seasonings. Oh wow, that's a lot of... Randy. Me, Damien, and Sofa will be doing it in shifts. If you're interested, I'll let you lend a hand too. If the masseuse doesn't rope you into carrying too much around. Sure, sounds fun. I've never actually grilled before. It's not tough, you'll see. Now that I'm here, I can finally ask Damien the question that's been on my mind. Hey Damien, so I've been curious for this whole time. What exactly is the celebration anyway? Oh yeah, I haven't told you yet. Well, you see, when Poor Damien can probably explain. A motherly voice cuts him off. Damien, sweetie, you shouldn't keep your baby brother waiting any longer. At the mention of a younger sibling, a tiny Damien clone jumps over the deck railing and acid punch. Oh God, why? Why? Vinny? Look, bro, I just like the power raptors. I told you I could do it. So sorry, Inko. Vincent, this is why I don't want you watching those violent shows. It's like a hybrid of Hank Hill and Tom Selleck from Magnum P.I. The younger Dino isn't listening. He's already run off to find another victim. You all right? Yeah, I'm fine. Was that really acid? No. Here, you should wipe that off. Now. I take the towel and hand it to me as I wipe off the splotch of my pants from where Vincent had punched. The Dilophosaurus spit can only gets more acidic after they reach puberty. I begin to rub away the spittle from my pants with a bit more urgency. Thankfully, he's more me than his mother. Otherwise, you'd need a pair of pants. Oh wait, is that actually a thing? Randy laughs. So you must be Damien's new friend from school. Indeed I am. Damien's mom head pops up at the side of the deck with a tired smile. Oh, ma'am, thank you for having me. Whoa, shit. Every time I accidentally touch the scroll wheel, it goes through all the previous dialogue. I didn't know we had guests so soon. I would have cleaned up more. You just call me Sophia, dear. Speaking of school, Damien told me that you were there. Why'd you be going there today of all days? Honestly, I didn't even realize that today was a holiday. Usually, I mark them on my calendar, but it must have flown over my head. No worries then. It's mainly us dinos who celebrate it. Yeah, Damien told me a bit about it, but I'm not sure I fully understand. In that case, I'll be more than glad to clue you in. It's called Summer's End, as today marks the last warm day of the season. After this, fall and winter start rolling in. I feel like this should actually be a thing. Like a Summer's End celebration. That sounds like it could actually be a cool little holiday. Sadly, no. We all have to go to work anyway. Interesting. This would probably make me sound stupid for asking, but how come you celebrate it? To put it simply, the cold might be manageable for warm bloods, but us reptiles is a no bueno. Dinosaurs aren't reptiles. At least, most of them aren't. So we spend the last day soaking in the sun and enjoying the warm weather before it starts getting chilly. Makes sense. Next thing you know, everyone's wearing extra layers and putting up the heat lamps. Though apparently it apparently used to be Ice Age levels of frigid back in my granddad's age, so I guess we can consider ourselves lucky. Otherwise, we'd be nothing but a couple of popsicles with our tails for sticks. Patriarch lets out a laugh that's infectious to his sons. He wipes a tear from his eye and goes back to flipping the meat on the grill. Anywho, we're gonna start cooking up the food. You make yourself comfortable. Finland kind of has a celebration in August. We need that in America. End of summer bash. We gotta make that a thing. Thank you, sir. I mean, Randy. While Damien's dad attends to the grill, I move to the banister overlooking the pool. It's filled with a couple of aquatic toys and air-filled floaties. Man, I wish this place had a pool. Man, I wish my place had a pool. Well, I do have extra jeans at home. Ruining one pair won't be a huge issue. Yeah, on second thought, it'd be real annoying to deal with the drying off going home. No, I wonder how deep. Ah! Whoosh.
The hell are you doing here?
I was invited. Whoa, he looks like he's ready to fight. Jeez. Focus on her face and nothing, and not the other thing. You have sunglasses, man. You can give the side eye. No one will ever know. What the heck are you doing here?
I live here, moron.
Crap, right. Damien even told me on the way.
Anyways. No, really, why are you here?
Nobody was at school when I got there.
Huh?
Yeah, check the doors and everything.
They announced a holiday yesterday in homeroom. Didn't you hear it?
This is not One Punch Man. No, it certainly is not.
That's what Liz said over the PA yesterday.
I thought it was a school anthem or something. No wonder everyone was staring as I saluted. Must have not been paying attention. But yeah, I asked Damien what was up, and he said there was some event going on, so he invited me. Olivia sinks a bit into the water, actually. Stupid question, but... You really okay to swim? Was that... Yeah, bro. She's already in the pool, man. What the fuck? There's that glare again.
Of course. Why wouldn't I be?
Well, you know. Thankfully, she gets what I'm saying. Sorry. She simply rolls her eyes.
I like it in the water.
Well, she is a gator, so that makes sense. Kind of wish I knew about this earlier. I brought my trunks.
Ew, no, I'm not sharing my pool with you.
What? Why not? Instead of answering me verbally, Olivia's tail whips up some water at me like a tidal wave.
Yo, Inko, come check this out.
Olivia takes the opportunity to sink back into the water. I think she's doing a weird version of the dead man's float. Well, whatever. What's Damien yelling about? Yeah, Damien.
Well, first, my little bro has something to say to you. Sorry for giving you an acid punch, Inky.
Looks like he taught his younger sibling about my nickname, too. Oh, good. Now they're all gonna say it. It's alright,
Vinny!
Vinny extends his hand in handshake, though it's obscured by his sleeves. And secondly, we need a few chairs out here. We got some folding ones, but also some up from the kitchen. Got it. They're cheap wood, not really heavy at all. After the chairs, we can do the tables together. Mom will be pissed if that got dropped. Why? The only one we got. Now we have two Inkies. One is evil, and the other one is a mannequin. After everything's set up, we can play something fun, okay, little man? Vincent grins and bolts back toward the house. Damien and Chuckles will be both follow after the kid. Arrgh! Table drops a few inches. The table drops the few inches we were able to lift it with a hard crash onto the tile. I'd be worried about getting cracks on the floor. Its floor is already pretty shattered around here from the years. The table must actually be their gold storage, and it's just painted to look like wood. That's the only explanation. We catch our breaths and give our strained muscles a moment to relax.
Then can't Livia help us? She's super strong.
Livy's enjoying herself in the pool, bro. We don't want to ruin her time.
Her chair thing has wheels. We can use that.
I think it might be a bit small.
No fair. She's gonna go to her room soon. Why can't she help?
Come on, not in front of the guests, yeah?
It's true though.
You don't know that. Come on. Damien's mini-me pouts. I think it might be a better grip on the table now. Let's try it one more time. Okay, I'm ready. 1, 2. Wait. Huh? What's up? What? Oh. Mom must have been talking about the plastic table in the garage, not the dining table. Oh my god, really? You're right. What? He's such a fucking idiot. I love him. Guess we gotta haul this thing back to the dining room, fellas. Look at that. I love that. Once again, for a guy that barely has a face, he's got some great expressions. Great. After getting the suspiciously heavy table back inside, Damien and I carry the much lighter plastic one out the door. As I catch my breath, I notice the younger dinosaur is gone. Oh, excuse me. Maybe he ran off to do something else. Either way, I guess now's not the time. Now's the time to ask. Hey, Damien. So I talk on an alternate. I know, right? Yeah. What was that about Olivia going to her room? Huh? Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. An awkward silence fills the air for a few moments. It's just she doesn't really stick around for family events like this. Is all. Regular introvert stuff, you know, it's no big deal. Are your parents okay with that? Why wouldn't they be? She's her own person. Right. She usually makes appearances for food, though. Hey, speaking of food, you want to go check out the grill? Check on the grill? Why, there's no way the food is done by now. I know, it's just the smell. Oh, alright then. Sweet, let's go. As we make our way over to where Damien's dad is manning the grill, I catch a whiff of the spices and marinades applied to all the meat. God, this must smell amazing. Is the grill powered by propane? I guess. I should have given him Hank Hill voice. Maybe I'll do that. Sophia's accompanying him, helping him place the meat on the grill. How's it coming along, Pops? You making any how I like them? You know it, son. Have a look for yourself. Yeah, there's definite Hank Hill inspiration in his design for sure. He steps aside and lets us gaze at the variety of barbecue set over the flames. Smell of the cooking and a symphonic sizzling sounds as my mouth watering in seconds. Good, right? I'll say. Randy uses a pair of tongs to grab a piece of steak that looks halfway cooked. The secret is that you gotta let these babies have some time to getting seared on each side. And that way it really hones in the splat. Whoops. There's a bounce of silence between everyone. Okay, Hank Hill would never let meat fall off the grill. This guy is not a Hank Hill, I'm sorry. There's about a silence between everyone and we stare down at the piece of meat on the floor. It's not too ruined. Hey, Olivia, you want it? A pair of eyes appear over the edge of the pool. Sure, toss it in. What's this now? Randy proceeds to chuck the steaks right into the water as one would with chum to attract fish. She eats it ravenously. No way Hank would be this. I know, right? The Hank in an alternate universe. What a weird universe this is, huh? Anywho, since you're our first guest, Nico, you get the honor of getting choice picks. Which one you want? Oh, I don't want to oppose or anything. Oh, nonsense. Besides, it's better to get your picks now before the other guests arrive later. Hey, think of it as payback for all the soda and chips you've been getting us. Come again? Uh-oh. Well, I guess a burger is more convenient. I don't get to attend family barbecue every day. Excellent choice, Inko. Want it rare, medium rare, or well done? Hey, Inko, go for the rare. Damien licks his lips as he says that. Rare, what the... Oh, carnivores, right. Pretty sure a raw burger would kill me. Yeah, you're gonna want that. You're gonna want that cooked, man. Take my burger, well done. Yeah, I'm sure you want ketchup with it too, huh? Come on, Damien. One well done burger coming right up. One Punch Man, Extreme Dinosaur is King of the Hill, Beverly Hills Teens. One, you know, right? And Dino Riders. Just saying, you're missing out, amigo. We don't have the same physiology, bro. Humans need their meat cooked. Pretty sure your mother was just messing with him. We'd never serve that sort of thing to a guest. There's no way we could afford the suit. Mr. Rennie lets out a hearty guffaw as he lifts the burger on his grill. Lifts the burger. Wow. It's alright, son, though it may not look like it. Volcadera has its share of humans. From what I know, you guys eat about anything, right? Raw meat aside. I mean, yeah, I guess. Must be nice to be able to grab whatever's on sale at the market. Meat prices these days are getting pretty crazy. Relevant and relatable. Seen some of the synthetic meat around that might be cheaper. Why not try it out? Oh, no. Oh, no! You said the wrong thing. Wow. Okay, now it's Hank Hill again. There's no way Hank would go for the synthetic meat. Even Damien's upset. Oh, God. Grill? The grill spoke? Sorry. The one taboo I stumbled into head first. Noted. I better change the subject before things get any more awkward. So, hey, Damien. I've been curious this whole time. What exactly is summer end celebration anyway? Did my dad tell you earlier it's the last warm day of the year or whatever? Yeah, I get that part. But why is it a holiday? No, I don't know, man. It don't sound probably like that vegetarian crap. Ugh. That. Actually, I don't really remember either. Gee, I should have been paying more attention at school. It's a bit concerning that he doesn't know much about his own culture he's currently celebrating. I don't know, there's a lot of people like that. Actually, it probably doesn't even need a reason. Why would you? It's just the last warm day of the year. Any excuse for get-together is fine in my book. The kid flumps down hard in the grass on the only way children can without shattering something. We don't want to go to school, and we don't gotta go to school. It's nice and warm. We get to eat real good. I think those Mayans had the right idea. Penny. Mayans, yeah. Hey, Inko, are you of what? All right. What the fuck was that conversation? All right, it's about ready. About time the guests show up too, isn't it? They'll be here any minute. Oh, Olivia. Across the yard, Olivia contentedly drifted into the middle of the pool. Though a look came across her face upon hearing Damien's mom, and she began paddling toward the raised deck. Are you going in so soon? Yeah. Are you sure you don't want to wait until the others get here? Yeah, wait till the food's ready so we can all eat together. I'd rather not. Just have a lot of art stuff I gotta do. Sorry. Damien's little brother steps out from the small deck. But he said we play sometime today. He tries to back her uncertain tone up with a shaky smile.
Maybe later, Vinny. Have fun?
She lifts herself from the pool and kneels atop the chair. I'm confused how her legs work, but my best guess is that perhaps they only do above the knees. Turning about, her hands carefully set her feet down on the chair's footrest. Fully setting into the chair, Olivia rolls herself into the sliding back door of the house. I'm just now noticing the house doesn't look wheelchair accessible. Little detail I missed there. I think the table's just about set. Now we're really just waiting on the others. Damien, has your friend texted you at all? Yeah, Liz said she'd be here about now. Oh, it's Liz. Nice. She's bringing her uncle, too. Oh, snap. That's nice. I'll bust out the brewskis then. Wholesome. I know, right? This game is way more wholesome than I was expecting it to be. Like, I was ready to, be like, we dated a Gator girl, but no, there's actual, story and complex characters here. Like, there's way more effort put into this than it had any right to have. In fact, Damien shields his eye and looks upward toward me. I turn too, but at his angle, I can't see anything. Yep, they're in the front yard. I'll go get him. Damien rushes through the back door of the house. A moment later, he emerges again, as if to show off the new guests. Come on, don't make it weird. Hi, everyone. Oh, Inko, you're here too. Yeah, I got roped in. Neat. Come on, Uncle Mike, through here. Hey, now, I'm not that old. Oh, really? Okay. Fucking plot twist, jeez. Oh my god, he's wearing... he's got bling. Oh man, it's getting hot in here. Ooh. Reading so much weirdly takes it out of me. I don't know why that is. I need to get my fan busted out. The weather has gotten a lot warmer, so... Yeah. A giant figure lumbers towards the doorway. That's not what I told him to get. Hey, Michael. Randy, how have you been? The two pat each other's backs and gave him a firm handshake. Good, doing good. How about yourself? What's with the ridiculous getup and that? Is it Mardi Gras? No, nothing like that. I've just been trying to relate a bit more to the younger generation recently. Seems we're just too different. It seems we're just too different these days and all. Oh, come on, leave the stuff to the kids. Then he sees me. Huh? Mr. Ferris? Oh, you know him? Yes, we've met. He takes the same train as me. He's been helping me out. Recommended I try this chain out. Liz jerks her head back in my direction furiously. I'm gonna get it later. Oh god, I really regretting the handshake now. Jeez. 25 streak, nice. Thanks. They popped all my bones at once. The food will be ready soon. Inko, your turn on the grill. Oh, don't worry, kid. All you gotta do is keep an eye on the meat and make sure they don't catch fire. Oh boy, he's gonna screw this up somehow. Damien's father leaves after I nod. The rest too, heading to where Damien, Vinny, and I had just set up the chairs and table. Turning to the grill with a grimace, I swallow my nerves and take up the tongs. Right, nothing to worry about. Okay, nothing bad so far. Hey, jeez. Ah! Oh. Sorry. Hey Liz, what are you doing here? Oh, everyone else is talking about Randy's cooking, so I figured I'd see what's on the menu. What do you think you're doing? Why on earth are you getting my uncle to dress like he's going to a music video? Something bad's about to happen. He asked for help. You thought it was good to help? He just didn't take it right. Across the yard, Vinny's jumping on the shiny object. Miss Ferris caves and lends it to him. See, problem solved. Ignoring Vinny now strutting around like a gangster. Oh man, whatever. What's actually cooking? I motioned to the silver tray spread out next to the grill. It's a lot of meat. Actually, aren't you an herbivore, Liz? I am, but I think Damien though thought ahead for me. The salad. Wait, wasn't that the salad I brought? I knew he wouldn't forget about me like that. Anyway, is Olivia out here? She was just in the pool, decided to go inside. Liz's head is still for a moment, as if she's in thought. Apparently it's a common thing with her. Yeah. I was hoping she'd have stuck around for once. So she does this often? Every time Damien's folks throw a party, she slips away to her room. Sometimes I see her in the window. Her eyes motion me toward to look at a particular window. I really can't see from this angle. Why would now be any different then? Liz shoots me a knowing look. What? Well, I figured she was opening up a little to you. I mean, I guess. To some degree. Not like I have any frame of reference. At best, I can kind of talk to Olivia now. Hiss. What did you just hiss at me? No? Then what? Oh God, I knew it. Spinning around, I see something caught on fire. I grab whatever it is in the tongs and flail it around, hoping the air would put it out. It worked well enough, but it's pretty burnt. Well, that's one lost cause. I give a piece of charcoal a careful look, and yeah, it doesn't look edible in the least. I put it to the side and turn back to Liz. Pay attention to the grill, man. Anyway, what were you saying about Olivia opening up? Yeah, it's strange, but also good. Certainly a bit surreal after all this time. Liz lets out a sigh and shrugs. Well, it's a shame, but it is what it is. Anyway, I want to catch up with the others. See you around. Charcoal. Liz turns to the rest of the gathering, leaving me alone with the grill once again. Burnt piece of meat aside, the rest of the food is looking good. Still, I'm not exactly the best grill master. Don't worry, Dinosaur Hank Hill will take you under his wing and teach you all about the joys of propane. Like me, used to do that when I was young. Oh yeah? I think a lot of people did. So sometimes socializing isn't the easiest. Not that it matters much to Damien's folk whether the food's actually cooked or purely or not. It's purely an aesthetic matter. A couple more flops in the meat, and the meat is brown and sizzling, which is good enough in my book to put them along with the other finished pieces. I think I'm about done with this with my shift. Damien's turn was next. He was going to wrap up these last few things. Doesn't take me long to spot him chatting with Liz, who's enraptured with whatever guaranteed high concept discussion they were having. Hey, Damien. Damien's frill things perk up a bit as he turns to face me. Your turn on the grill. Hey. Alright, you got me, hombre. Liz waves over and takes firm hold of the spatula. Okay, time to get more. Wait, what did that say? He waves Liz. Oh, okay. He waves Liz over and takes a firm hold of the spatula. Okay, time to get some more. Suddenly pauses as I fall upon the charcoal remains of a once juicy and savory piece of meat. He picks up the piece of meat and inspects it before chomping down on it with a single bite. Okay, I'll finish cooking the last pieces, Inky. If you want to be an awesome dude, can you start serving the others what's ready to chow on? Damien gives a nod and grabs a tray of cooked meat. I take the tray over to the eagerly awaiting crowd and all the care to be expected from someone surrounded by very hungry, meat-eating saurian. Upon seeing the platter of delicate and edible flesh, interesting way of wording that, they stop whatever they're doing and begin to gather around the table. And then I said, well, it's because you look like a student yourself, miss. That one's rich coming from you. Meat. It's finally here, Vincent. Now remember your manners. Hopefully with my salad, too. Look how happy she is. Jeez. Seems like everyone's having a pretty good time with their meat. They even eat ones that I cooked, even though I can see Damien's little brother making a slight face in disgust. Still winds up chomping on the meat anyway. All in all, I'm pretty satisfied with how my cooking turned out. Wait, I think he is a whale. Look at his tail. He is a whale. What the fuck? Are there like a lot of adoptions that happen in this society? Jeez. I thought he was a T-Rex. Oh well. Take a seat next to Damien and Liz. Prepare my meal before I dig in. Gotta go with the tried and true. Ketchup and nothing more. With my burger prepared, I go for my first bite. I gotta say, Damien's dad did a great job with the patty. So, what do you think, Inko? I give a thumbs up and smile my best as I can with a mouthful. The elder dinosaur gives me a toothy, sauce-stained grin in return. He was anthropomorphic monstro. He's a lot nicer, though. I can see where Damien gets that toothy grin of his. The winning smile passed down from generations. Savoring the well-cooked meat patty and buns with each bite, I slowly lose myself in the party's mood. Though I feel more ancillary from it, it seems seeing the adults lost in work talk while Damien and Liz are handling the excitable Vinny. Humming around a mouthful of burger, my eyes wander. The entire yard is smaller than mine, yet there are tons of toys scattered in the low-cut grass. Not too many plants either, just the grass and a couple of shrubs running along the fence. The word quaint comes to mind. Maybe intimate. I could picture the kinds of events that could happen here. I shake my head, clearing my photographer's mind away. It's Damien's place, private property. I'd have to ask before doing anything camera related. Thinking about it though, I do have my camera securely stored in my backpack inside the home. A part of me considers grabbing it. As I look back toward the house, I spy a certain someone in the window. Olivia leers out across the yard, so she's so far away. She's too far away to tell what exactly she's staring at. Must be her room then. Her gaze shifts a bit. I can't see what she's looking at, but it's in my direction. Or Damien, he's sitting next to me. I carefully trace whether her eyes are focused, leaning to the side, slowly coming to the plate in my hand. Checking back, she's laser focused on something. I wonder. I slowly lift up the plate and Olivia's head tilts upward with it. I lower it and her head tilts downward. Part of me wants to test this further. Except it'd be a real waste of food. Whatever illusion she was under, it's shattered with a shake of her head. I can hear Olivia's annoyed growl from here as far as she turns her snout up to me and returns to whatever she was doing. Does she want some? Does she want some? Why not come out? Well, I'm sure nobody would mind if I brought a plate and left it. Besides, my fingers are sticky from all the finger food. To the point where they stick to my paper plate. It's actually kind of gross now that I remember why I avoid it normally. Undulating my fingers from the plate, Damien's mother notices my plight. You can use the kitchen sink for that, Inko. Or the pool! Sticking my thoroughly marinated fingers into the pool? That just seems like a future issue for whoever has to clean it up later. Thank you, ma'am. I think I'll use the sink. Damien already gotten up for thirds, so there's plenty. I load up a paper plate with steak and whatever remains of the ribs and discreetly head inside. Thankfully, the sliding door is partially open, just enough so I can use my foot to push it the rest of the way. There's a coffee table in the living room that's a good place as any. And the kitchen's right there. I'll rinse my hands off a bit. Making liberal use of the dish soap, I start scrubbing my hands thoroughly. You shouldn't wash your hands with dish soap. While I feel the stickiness start to unstick itself, I look out the window. Damien's parents seem to be focused on Vinny, but Damien's still shooting looks to the left. The hyperactive hybrid shoots up from his seat, disappearing from view. I wonder where he... Woo! Flash! Dang, clothes still on and all. The kid was serious about washing his hands in the pool. Man, I could have gone for a dip myself. The AC in here makes a huge difference. Must be 90 degrees out today. There's plenty of soda, so I'm not in danger of dehydration at least. Yes, you are. Drink water. I'm just now noticing they're also a Christian family. They pray to Raptor Jesus. But geez, I'm only noticing just how warm I still am from stepping inside. I'm surprised there's no steam rising from me. Looks a little red too. Good thing I didn't bring my sunscreen. Crap. Uh-oh. It's not that bad yet. Maybe the paints have some sunscreen around. Hydrate, I know, right? No, they're reptiles. What? They're not reptiles. Dinosaurs aren't reptiles. Except Olivia. She's a reptile. Maybe I'll just have to deal with it. My knuckles start hurting from being wrung so much. The smell isn't gone yet, though. Anyway, I should be clean enough to... Both of us frozen still, locked in a staring contest. The steak shoved in her mouth. She stares like a deer caught in the headlights. Uh-oh. Still taking advice from a Street Sharks vlog, I guess, yeah. She spits the steak back on the plate in her lap and grips the insides of her sleeves. Takes me a moment to collect myself to muster up some conversation. Yeah. Your delivery came in. You want a soda with that? The joke goes unlaughed at. I tried. May as well. Think Street Shark Show look like in this universe? I don't know. Probably the same. Although there might actually be shark people in this world, so I don't know. It'd probably just be normal. Yeah, I know. I think, okay, look, if we want to, like I said, we're not bringing science into this, but I do believe that some dinosaurs were reptiles, but most of them were not. So, yeah, again, we're not bringing science into it. Let's just roll with it, okay? Need to get to the fridge. Street rocks instead of sharks. There's monsters. Hey, rock monsters, sure. Oh, sorry. I stepped aside to give Olivia enough space. She rolled herself over to the fridge, opened it up, and rummaged through. I think maybe once this cookout ends, however long this is going to take, we'll probably wrap things up. I did start late, and also keep in mind I have my physical therapy tomorrow, so I might also start late tomorrow, but I do want to get through this game as much as possible. Yeah, no science. She rolls herself over to the fridge, opens it up, and rummages through. We exchange a few awkward glances to the point that it's palpable in the air. So, what are you doing? Getting a soda? Your kid's taking your spot in the swimming pool. It's fine. Just gonna crash in my room. There's still a party going on outside. There's still a party going on outside? I'm busy with art stuff. Stuffing the can of soda into her coat pocket, Olivia redirects herself and with a flick of her tail, closes the fridge shut. What about the party? What about it? It's still going on. And look, I've got stuff to work on. Even though it's a holiday, it seems like a perfect time to get together with friends and family. Not their family, if you haven't noticed. And we're not going to be here much longer. What's that mean, Olivia? That's a new look from her. Was it because of what I said? Olivia? What? A couple of different things dancing atop my tongue that I wish to say. Some would be intrusive, especially after what she had said. However, one sticks out the most. Especially after she brought up working on it. I genuinely want to see Olivia's process. Would you, mind some company? What? Seems pretty empty in the house to be on your lonesome. Maybe it'd be nice to hang out? Plus, I've been wanting to see her art for a while. Especially as I recall her freshman piece had been displayed right next to the principal's office. They did establish the principal. We haven't seen her in a while. And like two other characters who just kind of disappeared. I'll even show you some of my stuff. I have a portfolio drive in my backpack after all. I have to hold back my laugh as a silly strangled noise, surprise, confusion escapes her mouth. That okay then? No, it's just... I don't want anyone else in my room. And how about the living room? Motion a well-loved couch nearby. She hums a thought for a moment. Are you really that interested? Yes. We wanted to see your work since I found out that the cityscape piece in the gala was yours. Olivia clutches her hands tightly. Okay, fine. If you're so interested, you can watch. She wheels herself back towards the shut door. Need to get my stuff set up first, though. Sure, I'll be here on the couch. I kind of feel bad for missing out on the party, but I doubt I'll ever get a chance like this. Olivia returns with a small easel, already set up with a half-finished painting. Takes a moment to shift herself from her wheelchair to the end of the couch, right next to me. It's pretty close to me. I can feel her thigh barely brushing against mine, but I'll try not to pay it no mind. Painting looks like a bust of a nondescript dino guy. Though with how vibrant these guys are, it could easily be a portrait of someone specific. This isn't that good. She rips the page off and crumples it in her hands. Starting over then?
Don't interrupt.
She takes a deep breath. The paintbrush nears the canvas slowly and gracefully, although it's clear her nerves are getting to her.
Okay. Wait.
Olivia looks down for a moment before she jerks her head back up to her face, gaining a reddish hue.
Dude, why'd you scoot so close to me?
I didn't. You're the one who sat next to me.
Oh.
Boy, it's getting real. It's getting real saucy here, isn't it? She looks away for a moment, realizing how over the top her reaction was. Olivia then does a double take at me, her brows frowning.
What's wrong with your skin?
I was born like this.
Shut up, that's not... You know what? Yes, it is. But I mean, it's red.
Oh, yeah, I'm sunburnt. As I look over the red splotch on my arm, Olivia raises a hand and touches it. Ow! Why?
Geez, that really hurts?
Yeah, it does. I didn't think to get sunscreen on my way over. It wouldn't happen to be any here, right? Point taken.
But some of those spiky plants outside, aloe something, I think. Just snap off a leaf. Miss Payne won't care, probably.
I think I heard something about that plant before. Yeah. All right, I guess I'll give it a shot. I get up and head back out the front door. Lo and behold, there were in fact a number of those spiky plants around. I walk up to the nearest one and carefully grab the leaf in a spot with dull spikes. It bends and snaps off easily. Man, this looks about good enough to eat, but probably would taste awful. Actually, I think you can eat aloe vera. Is it really good for curing sunburned skin? Back inside, Olivia started painting again. She gazes intently at the page. And at the plate of food I brought has been cleaned. Olivia holds the last rib in her mouth like a cigar and wags it up and down between her teeth. When she sees me crunch it, she crunches the bone in two and swallows the last. Wow, jeez. I bring up the aloe leaf. This it? She nods and extends a hand to grab it. I hand her the thick leaf and she extends a single claw. Once she scratches the edge of the skin, it makes a quick work of peeling back the husk of it. You do that often? Not me. Sophia used it to make a lot of smoothies for her family and healing salves for Vinny. They're real pretty too. Olivia blinks, coughs, and grimaces. To paint, I mean. Natural homemade healing recipe, huh? Gonna have to ask for that later. Could come in handy down the line. I move to remove my jacket so the aloe can be applied properly. Oh, God. But I don't get far before I notice Olivia's face turning a darker shade again. No! No need to remove your jacket. Just roll up your sleeve and put the jelly on your neck. She hands me the now exposed aloe jelly, all while doing her best to not lock her eyes with me. Now it's just getting awkward and weird. After rolling up my sleeve, I scoop out a dollop of the opaque substance. Feeling a relief on me at the moment is spread across my neck. Man, this feels good. I started applying more to my nose. You don't have a nose. Cheeks, and most importantly, the top of my head. Removing the jacket. How lewd. I know, right? As I do, I watch Olivia continue her painting, taking extra attention to her brush strokes. The way she moves it down the canvas is such smoothness and gentleness show her level of concentration. Not too rushed, but also not that overly focused on her art either. Use the last of the aloe to cover up my arms. I'm fully covered in the rudimentary remedy. I take a second to throw the husk away in the kitchen trash, catching a glimpse of the party outside. Everyone looks like they're having a good time out there. Except for Mrs. Stofia, who is currently trying to chase a very soaked Vinny with a towel. Back on the couch, Olivia's painting is starting to take a more defined shape. I like the cityscape piece, however, this looks more organic. She continues to paint in silence, occasionally doing a quick glance at me to see if I'm still watching. I don't want to poke at Olivia for no real reason, but this might just be my only chance to ask. Hey, Olivia? Your family, the Paynes, they seem like a lovely bunch. What's that supposed to mean? Like, I knew Damien was eccentric, but I can see he gets it from the rest of your family. First of all, the Paynes are my godparents. Secondly, yeah, they are. So, how long have you known them for? Olivia pauses for a moment mid-brushstroke, then continues. Practically my whole life. Amy and I have known each other since we were carpet crocs. And his parents have known my dad since, well, forever, since before we were even neighbors. Ah, friends of the family? Pretty much. The whole reason why I'm living here, then, with them, muzzle clamps shut. Forget what I said. The words are spoken with a tone tinged bitter with something. A tone I felt very familiar with when my own family was brought up. Sure. The only sounds left now are the brushstrokes on the canvas. My focus turns back to the patch of blotchy red and pale acrylic oil slowly forming across the white expanse. Occasionally, Olivia's gray eyes would glance my way before going back to her work. Compared to the more rapid pace of time-lapse art videos I have viewed, she was more elaborate with, more deliberate rather, with each of her movements. Pretty obvious since most of those were done digitally, although another thing I'd not considered. Still staring at the painting in progress itself, there's something uncanny about it. Now it's more formed, definitely looking like something. Covering my chin with one hand in contemplation, I use the other to try and trace out the peachy, pale, and vibrant red colors. Olivia looks back at me, and again, a glint of something shines through her eyes. Hold that pose now. Hey. How long have you been using me as a layman doll? Her hand fails to cover up the snort that comes out her nose, followed by a gremlin-like cackle. She smiles. Consider it the price to see my process. I want a refund. Nope. Looking again, it's slowly becoming an oil bust of my burnt face. Like looking in a mirror, eh? Can you just get my good angle? Nope. Turning back to the mural do melanoma. Okay. Mural do melanoma. Olivia starts adding in a blotch of cream by my head. Sigh escapes my lips. Yeah, I said stay still. Why, I'm not that red. Another high-pitched giggle comes out of Olivia. Artistic license, bitch. It's called artistic license. Well, it needs to be renewed. Despite being the butt of her joke, I feel myself smiling. Must be the new sound. Must be the new sounds from her. It's the first time I think I've seen her happy outside of Ian Dawkins' class. And yeah, that laugh of hers is kind of infectious. The silence returns, though. The mood feels much lighter now. I feel so stiff right now. I don't know how long I've been holding this pose now. If I had to guess from the sunlight flittering through the house, it's at least been an hour. Mural du Melanoma was almost done, and it was staring back at me with the most intense eyes. Olivia's attention was left on the final detail. The hand holding my chin. Thankfully, she finished the sunglasses first before the reflect light from the sliding back door had been searing my retina. Olivia? Hush. She turns her head and focuses entirely on her hand held by her ear. Pupils moving rapidly to try and take in every last detail. Her fingers switch as her hand hovers over the painted hand. Her eyes are now shifting between my hand and my eyes. Her hand is now quaking and growing a growing redness suffused her face. The more she looks toward my eyes, the more her arm shakes and face brightens. Finally, she turns away from me entirely, bringing both her arms with her and away from me and the canvas. Jeez. Okay. Okay. Her cheeks puff as she exhales her held breath. Okay. She finally turns her cherry face into a canvas and inspects her near complete portrait. I'll come back to this later. Right? Yeah, you can drop your hand now. Finally. I lay back on the couch, feeling my spinal cord pop in rapid succession. Relatable. I said your hand. Can't. I attempt to stretch my arm in front of me, and because of my stiffness muscles, my forearm is pulled back toward my face. I repeat the motion several times, moving helping to ease the muscle until finally my arm doesn't feel spring-loaded. While I was busy trying to fix my arm, Olivia was packing up the canvas. That's about it. You can go join the others or whatever. She drags the canvas and easel and acrylic tubes back to her room. Wonder if she'll keep that one. I wonder if she'll stay in her room again. We've been inside a while. I don't know if anyone outside has noticed we've been gone. Vinny and Damien seem to accept that Olivia would stay inside. But, wait. Caught her a bit off guard. Invite Olivia to join you back outside. Convince Olivia why her family needs her out there. Ooh, interesting choices. Number 2? Yeah, number 2 seems to be, yeah, I'd say number 2. It wouldn't hurt for you to take a break and went outside just for a few minutes. What? I mean, it could help you decompress. If this is you trying to get me to join the party, it isn't working. I don't mean it like that. Then what? Look, Inko, Mr. and Mrs. Payne already have Damien and Vinny to handle. Meanwhile, I'm just extra weight for them to carry. That seems a bit harsh. It's like I said, soon enough. I'll be out of the house and out of their hair. The most I can do for them at this point is not be in the way. It was the and it was the very argument she had, and it was every argument she had. They're the kind of arguments that come from desperation and guilt to convince herself it's for the good of everybody. Doesn't she see that pushing them away is just making it worse? They willingly have her here because they love her, and yet she tries to remove herself. And would it be unlucky to come home to a family like this with no amount of wealth, and no amount of wealth could substitute the kind of emotional support they would offer her? They're doing their best to take care of you, Olivia. Damien's always there by your side. Vinny seems like a nice little brother, and both Mr. and Mrs. Payne have the best interests at heart. She's not making eye contact anymore, but she's listening intently. This is all the stuff she's known already. Wouldn't you want to reciprocate their affection? It's the least you could do. Why the hell are you telling me about my own family and friends like you know better? Nothing else to say. I make my way toward the sliding door. At least I tried. Wait. I'll go. Really? Thought about it, and you're right. If it'll make him happy, I guess I'll try. There's a twinge of shame in her voice, but that's to be expected after internal struggle. I'm glad you came around. The back door squeaks back open, even with the sunglasses. I wince at the sudden brightness. I take a step out and stretch my back, working out the last bit of stiffness from my shoulders. Olivia still waits at the threshold of the door. What are you waiting for? Curtain call? With a grin, I draw the sliding door open wider with a beckoning wave to attempt to usher Olivia out as if it were I were her personal attendant. Let that out. Don't make it weird. This whole thing is weird. Despite her words, her tone is more humored than annoyed with me. Relax, nobody was even looking. It looks like there's definitely no more food left. About right. As Olivia rolls down the small wooden ramp, I hadn't noticed we catch Damien on the bottom step. Olivia! At the table, heads turned towards us as surprise etched in the faces of most of them. Instead of answering him verbally, Olivia hands comes up in a nervous wave. The rest of the party resumes their prior discussions, although maybe a bit livelier than before. Hey, cool to see you out here again. Hey, Damien, why are you all the way over here for? I can't stand to be by Liz's uncle when he's eating. He's got those fibrous teeth. Ugh. Like blue whales have? Oh yeah, that confirms that he's a whale. Yeah, it freaks me out. His dentist must make a fortune. Yeah, hey Olivia, what are you doing back out here? You forgot something? No, I just thought it'd be a good way to enjoy the weather while it lasts. Damien perks up with his frills undulating. No, Damien, stop that. Olivia quivers as Damien grin grows wide and frills start moving faster. Ew, stop it. Even I'm getting unnerved by how those things move. The Monstro theory is confirmed. Well, Monstro was, he definitely was not, like a blue whale. I think he was like a, I don't know what kind of whale was, it's Pinocchio, whatever. He's the kind that eats fish and not strains the waters. Damien? Sorry, you know these things got in my mind. Sorry, you know these things got a mind of their own. Finally, those weird flaps still. Dude, you were just complimenting Mr. Ferris's and his teeth. He can keep his mouth shut. Hey, could always wear I could always wear a beanie. No, you can't. Remember last time you tried? Well, Damien and Olivia share a laugh over some event they've free privy to. When they finish, Damien asks a $1 million question. So are you gonna join in, or? She turns her head away, and I give her a supportive thumbs up. Yeah. Damien finally stands at the step, and we all start heading for the table. Each partygoer greets us with when we approach. The loudest from Livy. Hey. You finally came to play again. The rambunctious boy hoots and hollers as he bounces in circles around her. Spermo guy can. I know, right? I thought so. I couldn't think of the name, actually. Libby holds her arms and looks aside in the direction, feeling the stares from the table. I give her a reassuring thumbs up. Actually, this is perfect. Thank you, Vinny. This is something Olivia is able to give when she was so worried about just talking. I hope she goes for it. I'm a little tired, Vinny. What? Come on, no, Olivia. You promised to play. We'd play today, like old times. Hey, please do not resist the puppy dog eyes. You can't. Oh. Alright, you win. I did promise. Want to play cannon then? Yeah, cannon. Alright then, ready? Round loaded. Fire! Something funny about that. Oh god, this was a bad idea. What the fuck? I know, right? Jeez. Free. Randy! Oh, relax, Sophie. Vinny's still young. Vinny, be careful. I'm okay, Mom. Have you gotten stronger, Olivia? No, shut up. Anyway, will you do it again, Livy? Mom, Olivia smiles and pats his head. It's weird seeing it, but she readies Vincent another lunch, and the Gator girl has the bright, toothy smile I never thought she'd have. Toss him in. There you go. Ah! Mr. Payne? Ooh! Alright, Alright, I get it. Vincent! Yeah, Dad? No more cannon today. Livy and Vincent share a disappointed look. Now, there's a lot more things that you two can do. Vincent perks up immediately and immediately rushes off. Oh, I know. Olivia turns back to the rest of the group with an uneasy smile. Miss Payne steps forward with her hands held up wavering. Olivia! Hey, Auntie. Miss Payne and her husband approach, both with nervous smiles. When she speaks, it's with a certain restraint, holding her excitement back. As though worried if it showed too much, she'll change her mind and go back in. I didn't miss much, right? I'm glad you came out, dear. The older woman kneels in front of her and wraps her arms around Olivia. I'm kind of interested to see what the alternate paths are. It's been too long, little Ace. Randy's hand ruffles her hair with his other arm and also encircles both Olivia and Sophie, and while Olivia does her best to avoid his palm. can see a tiny smile on her face. Time seemed to pick up speed after Olivia had come out. Damien and his father returned to the grill, managing to prep and cook a final serving meaty goodness for an early dinner. I decided to go for seconds and a few scraps of this and that. I nearly dropped my food when I get a pat on the shoulder from behind. This is Payne. It's Miss Payne. It's Mr. Payne. He looks down at me with a thankful smile. Mrs. Payne and Mr. Ferris had continued their conversation till Mrs. Ferris' throat ran dry. And the rest of us had to content with the hyperactive child with an armory of foam dart guns. I felt bad for Liz. She'd become a one-woman shooting gallery for the boy. Well, she's probably the second biggest target in this backyard. And Olivia? And me? And Damien, but at least he looked apologetic about it. But now things were winding down. The food is officially all gone. Everyone exhausted physically and mentally. Yeah, no kidding. And thoroughly satisfied and emotionally. The Paynes have a relative called Mac. No, that would have been funny, though. Olivia pats by me, having returned to the pool for a cool down and a stretch out. There's one last thing I really cap this off. Okay, everyone. I hollered at everyone to hurry to the deck and grouped up nicely for me. Looking through the viewfinder of my propped up camera, I adjust the focus to ensure everyone is captured perfectly in the spot. Alright, on 3, give me your biggest smiles. 1. Wait. Olivia turns away from the camera, looking toward Damien. With a grin, Damien waves for me. Dude, you gotta be in this too. There's nods of words of agreement from everyone. Well, it's been a while since I've used this mode, so why not? Setting the time delay along with the sports mode, I'm sure the 10 rapid succession shots at session one of them will be perfect. Ah. I can always do some post-production on it too. Ensuring that the focus is still there, I click the shutter button and keep the count in mind. 30, 29, 28. Ah, nice. By 13, I've settled myself next to Damien above Olivia. Alright, 9, 8, 7. I feel something wrap around my ankle and press against me. Uh-oh, they're gonna pull him in. 3, 2, 1, ack! I know it. My camera flash goes off 10 times and I push over by Damien, pulled into the pool by Olivia. Who saw that coming? Like, real talk. Who knew that was going to happen? September 25th. Been nearly a full month, and things are starting to feel natural at school by now. Well, at least compared to my old schools, except now I've actually made some good friends. Also, my old schools didn't have dinosaurs. I'm pretty sure we're good friends. Anyways, I don't really know how to measure friendship. Outside of that party a few days ago, I haven't hung out with any of them outside of school. Friends just hang out at school, and good friends did stuff outside of school. Where does that put us? Everyone except you have no nose and is bald. Well, it's still early in the school year. I'll figure out the friendship conversation rate at some point. It's not like I'm rushing either. Shades, focus! Given my current thoughts, I realize I've been in the middle of climbing a rock wall in the gymnasium. Huh? Why was I spacing out again? Oh boy. Oh. Why is he upside down? right, all right. I think once we hopefully we can get to a stopping point after gym class here. All right, all the blood is rushing to my head. Damn. All right, peel yourselves off my majestic gym floor and hit the showers. Ouch! I know. I'm trying to be like Spider-Man. Made it just in time. All right. You think this is a good place to stop for tonight? Man down. Medic! Up to you. Yeah. Seems perfect. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't going to stream for that long. I wasn't going to go for the full 3 hours because of how late I started. Also, again, like I said, tomorrow I'm going to be starting late also. Or likely to be starting late because of my physical therapy. I'll keep you guys posted on that. Alright, well, it's a new day. We survived the cookout. So I tell you what. Let's save. Well, that's today's date. Okay. I thought it would have, like, the in-game date. Alright, we're gonna return to main menu. Alright, there we go. Alright, well. A lot has certainly happened. Alright, I guess we'll raid out to the last Skittle. She's still streaming, I think. Let's see. She is playing Lorelei and the Lesser Eyes. So, whatever that, it looks like a point-and-click game. Looks weird. Let's check it out. Alright, well, surprise Sunday stream went actually better than I thought it would. I'm gonna still try to stream on Saturdays, while FreakBot is away. So, hopefully, I have the Namco Capcom energy going on, not much action, but more because of the character interactions. I guess so, yeah, there was definitely a lot of dialogue in that. Speaking of which, sometime after we finish this, I gotta boot up, the next Super Robot Wars game, because we're gonna play that. But that is, maybe we'll play something first also. But we'll see. Well, anyway, thank you all for joining me. This is a fun... Yeah, I think we're invested in this at this point, right? We want to keep going with this one, despite the YouTube views. But, yeah. I'll be back tomorrow. My usual time, or maybe a little bit later. Yes, indeed. Alright, cool. And we'll continue with this, I guess, for the rest of the week, depending on how much progress we've made. I'll have to take a look. But yeah, thank you all for joining me. If you're new here, be sure to give me a follow. Subscribe to Rob the Casual Gamer, where I upload all my streams. Make sure to like, comment, and check out my other videos. We're still going to keep an eye out for those weird reality distortions that Gygus caused when we played Earthbound, but hopefully that nothing will come of that. I'm going to stop recording. We're going to raid out to the last Skittle. Hold on. I forgot last time. Say goodbye to everyone, Nico. Alright, thank you all for joining me. And I will see you guys later.